most emotional night of the season for so many at the Hawkins Hawks here in Hawks Gymnasium, celebrating senior night. Hello everybody, Jared Jones, happy to be with you for this special presentation of Texas high school basketball here on the Antler Sports Network. It's a district matchup that has a lot of bad blood in 2A Region 3 District 21. It is the 6th-ranked Hawkins Hawks taking on the Big Sandy Wildcats here in Hawks Gymnasium. A game that has been circled on many a calendar from both sides. The Hawkins Hawks, previously aforementioned 6th-ranked team in 2A, with an overall record of 28-2, 11-0 in district play, led by head coach Ty Davis, taking on a Big Sandy Wildcats team that, to put it simply, are going through a fantastic resurgence under first-year head coach Eddie Walker, former Floyd Data product who we'll hear from later on. Overall record of 12-14, district record of 5-5. And speaking to Coach Eddie Walker, he is very, very prepared for today's game. A guy that I've known for very many years since his days putting up triple digits numerous times in Floyd Data. Now he's looking to lead the Big Sandy Wildcats to that very same success. Coach, of course, every game is important, but of course, the end of the season, minutes start to wind down in your year, and playoff spots, points, every little minuscule thing matters. What's the mindset going into this game? How were practices? What's the vibe in the locker room?
Well, we're starting to click at the right moment. We're starting to actually vibe together. They're starting to get in shape like I need them to be, and they're actually seeing the things that I need them to see. All we got to do is just play our game and let the chips fall where they lay. Hawkins is a great team. Great team. First in district, haven't lost in district. But we just have to play our game.
Now, Coach, I've known you for a couple of years now. I think the very first time we met face-to-face outside of Twitter or X was at a barbershop. And even then, we understood that with that Floyd Data offense, they can put up points. And it's fair to say you translated that here. Your first game of the season, you put up 101 points. If I can get like I said earlier, if I can get a bowling score that high, I'll be happy. So kind of talk about what goes into it. What's the culture? What's the secret formula?
Playing hard. Try to outwork everybody. Not me. I believe in a lot of running in practice. I mean, and it's a lot of running. Defense win games to me. Defense translates to offense. That's how I see things. And so my guys do a lot of running. And that's just how I am. I believe in the team that's in the best shape has the most possibility of winning that ball game.
Now, Coach, talk about those guys that love to run. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your team?
Oh, well, man, I have some great group of guys, man. We're mostly all juniors. I have 2 seniors, and so I have them all back next year also. But them guys, man, we do have speed. I got some tall guys who can run. I got some short guys who can run. And now they're gelling and they're playing together. And between gelling and speed, and now we starting to actually shoot the ball well, we should be all right team.
Now, speaking of that same Big Sandy team, multiple players shooting above 30% at the beginning of the season. Those numbers slowly but surely starting to increase. And it's fair to say against this Hawks defense, led by multiple big men in the 4, 5, and 3 spot as well, they're definitely going to need it. Speaking of these Hawkins Hawks, I had the opportunity on the way to the gymnasium this afternoon to speak with head coach Ty Davis and ask him what his thoughts were going ahead of this game. I mean, a very few words that Coach Ty Davis ahead of this one. A district championship was the goal. He got it. Now the next step, undefeated district champions. And he has a chance to do that today. Big Sandy, on the other hand, a lot to play for in their own right. As we look at the current standings of 2A Region 3 District 21, of course, Hawkins at the top of the slate at 28-2, 11-0 overall. McLeod at 32-3, 9-2 in district in second place. Third place, the Union Grove Lions, who take on Linden Kildare today. They're sitting at 6-5, and tied with them are the Big Sandy Wildcats, sitting at 6-5 in district as well. So it's fair to say both of these teams, a lot to play for, a lot of pride, a lot of energy is going to be in this gymnasium. Both teams' captains are meeting at center floor. The H cascaded by the Hawkins talent here at Center Floor and Hawkins Gymnasium, and we are set to go for tip-off. Be sure to stay with us at the half as we will have our opportunity to hear from the Hawkins seniors. But we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the highlights of last night's game. Ironically, it was another 2A team that was ranked in the North Hopkins Panthers taking on Tyler Heat. On the left wing is Jordan. Jace Jordan, that is. Pacheco back over to Mathis. Mathis steps up, goes through, counted in the bucket and the foul. And that's how North Hopkins gets on the board. Quarter play. Possession arrow pointing in favor of the home team. Stolen away by Tomlin again. His second steal, his second breakaway layup. How about that? Quick Mathis. Great outside ball movement here by the Panthers. Ball is dead. Head faking, stepping is Pacheco again. 3:50 left to go. Firing from Bullard is Reyes from downtown. He nails the trifecta. Other Heat up 12-8. Mathis, head fakes, spins. Letting it fly again. It's Reyes. Back to back for him. Both Hall and Grimes both trading dumps and layup lines before this game began. Here's Hall. Takes the screen from Grimes in the corner. Skips through. Layup is good. Slithery finish through traffic to firing for three is Hernandez. He can't get a three-point shot to fall. Tomlin skies through for the board. Open. Hartman. Easy layup. Nice feed there by top of the key. Swings over. Now resets going to the other side. He's immediately picked up by Mathis, but gets switched off of. On the wing is Hall. Hall, he lets one go and nails the deep bomb. And from downtown per game, already shooting better than that as we are within the final minute of the first quarter. Mathis goes through another and one. 6 minutes left to go. They get it into Mathis. Mathis faking the bounce pass, trying to go to work against Grimes. Bumps, goes up, swatted away out of bounds, but North Hopkins will keep possession. It's a corresponding nod. 4:55 left in the second quarter, 25-18. Tomlin, dump off under the basket, and what a feed for two. No good. He had a three-point barrage in the first quarter. Haven't seen that from him yet again. Three ball, firing from Penny, and Penny is money from downtown. For North Hopkins, the scoring drought officially over. Here's Tomlin. Tomlin, wheeling and dealing. Drives, goes through the lane. Layup is good. What a layup from Tomlin. Right. Tomlin steps back. Guarded by Pacheco. Jazz to Grimes again. Grimes half spins. Gets open. Hartman hesitates. Hop step. Layup is good. Want to move from deep, but comes up with the offensive board. Tomlin skips to Penny. He's been lights out from three, and that will continue as he hits from downtown. For a matinee matchup with the Dallas Thunder, a team they've already beat earlier in the season. Just under 3.5 minutes now. Tomlin fades away, a little bit of back work. Up the glass again for two. Under the basket for Cohen Star. 7.5 left to go. Reyes driving on three defenders. Scoop layup is good. What a tough bucket for now. 6:45 left to go in the fourth period. 55-41. Tyler Heat with the advantage. Bell head faking. Fakes the three up to Tomlin. He'll let it fly from downtown. Nothing but net for three. Els as well as Richie, Reyes, and Mathis on the floor for North Hopkins as Jet Bell nails another three. Back-to-back trifectas. Spins, kicks out to Anderson. Anderson drives, he half spins, hooks, feed under the basket, and a nice bucket for Star again. Running away with it in this fourth quarter. With it is Mathis. Mathis back over to Reyes. Reyes, top of the key, three is nailed from Lucas Bells. Anderson swings to Bell. Bell has already hit a three. Now to Hall. Hall, nice spin move, rises right over Mathis. What a bucket. Oh my. 37 seconds left. Bell thought he was going to try to get that one back, but instead it's going to be Shelton who lets one fly, and he'll get his three-point back that he missed earlier. He had, and that will do it. Tyler Heat with a commanding win here at home. Your final 74-53.
Watch how I step in this pivotal. They wanna be me in this pivotal. Shaky and Tyler. We're tough, never quits.
My name is Nathan LeMaster. I'm from Tyler, Texas, and here I have the Pill Puncher. This device, ladies and gentlemen, will help you get into pill packages very easily, sanitarily, and effectively. All you got to do is take the point, puncture the back, right there. Take the device, put it over the pill, like so. Push it down, drops it into the reservoir, and there you go, folks. Why make this harder on yourselves? Save your fingers and get your Pill Puncher today.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional, friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step, so you walk normally and stay in control, preventing rollaways. Now available at Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply.
Starting lineups being introduced for both ball clubs, and let's go ahead and introduce those same lineups ourselves. Starting with the Big Sandy Wildcats. At the guard spot, Malaysia Francis, a guy that you may be very familiar with. You remember this same matchup on the gridiron earlier this year. He's out there with Trey Coleman and Caden Smith. At the forwards, Kamari Fountain at the guard spot running the 2, and Adrian Petty Johnson rounding out the Big Sandy front court. Now to the home team, Hawkins Hawks, led by head coach Ty Davis. Boston Connor at the 1, Dawson Pruitt at the 2, Braden Gibbons the 3, Larry Mongol the junior at the 4, and the big man, the 6'8" straw that serves the drink for this Hawkins Hawks offense and defense, 6'8" junior Derek Holman. And we are set to go from the pancake capital of the world. How about that? Always like finding interesting facts about the teams that we cover here on the Antler Sports Network. It's fair to say being the pancake capital is one of the more interesting factoids that we've seen here on the Antler Sports Network. Starting lineups have been introduced. The national anthem has been played. Officials have given their final pleasantries, and we are set to go for tip-off. Hawkins, of course, the home team in their all-white tops and bottoms. Blue numerals with a duplicate white and blue trim. Same styling for the lettering. Blue piping along the sides of the tops and bottoms. Big Sandy and the UCLA-style old-fashioned Bruins navy blue and gold. All blue tops and bottoms with the gold striping along the jersey and pants. Big Sandy and in varsity block arched across the front of the chest. Same styling for the numerals on both sides. Holman as well as Trey Coleman going to do the jumping for both of these teams. Ball's up in the air. We are set to go. Connor will take possession, and we have basketball here in Hawkins, Texas. Swinging it to the left side on the dribble drive is Dawson Pruitt. Pruitt trying to get it inbounds along the block to Givens, but it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Caden Smith. And Big Sandy already trying to limit the effectiveness of this Hawkins front court. They try to get into Holman instead to Mogul. Mogul, runner, jump shot, no good. Holman tipped it, but possession is getting it brought down by Trey Coleman. Big Sandy already on the run. With it is Smith, taking a catch and stepping as Fountain. Now back to Smith to the corner. Fountain with it again. Fountain given his left side by Boston Connor. Kick to the corner. Long 2 is good, and Big Sandy strikes first with a quick bucket. This Big Sandy offense, as we've talked with Coach Walker earlier, not afraid to score the ball. They've scored 60 or more points in 16 games this year. How about that? Into Holman on the block. Rises up. It's swatted away. Givens comes down with a board. Almost fell, but it's going to get called for the travel. Possession, Big Sandy up 2-0 with 45 seconds elapsing in this first quarter of play. Big Sandy with a 2-0 advantage. Skip pass. Long jumper again for Smith. No good on the other side. Offensive rebound gets brought down by Coleman, and he'll reset. Faking the 3. Kick to the corner on the right side to Fountain. Fountain on the dribble drive along the baseline. Ball gets tipped right off of his knee. Possession will go to the Hawks. Coach Davis definitely not the start that he wanted early on. 6:58 left to go in this first period. They get it into Connor. Connor now immediately getting it back to Pruitt. Pruitt, high-arcing pass to Mongol. He jabs, drives, baseline, bounce pass is intended for Givens. Ball is out of bounds. Last touch by Big Sandy. Hawkins will take possession back. It's still 2-0 with 6:29 remaining in the first quarter. This first quarter is brought to you by Texas Wesleyan University, located in Fort Worth, Texas. Smaller classes, bigger results. 6:45 left to go. Connor will fire for three. That's good. Busted Connor, we know he's not afraid to let him fly. Exhibit A there to get Hawkins on the board. 3-2, 6.5 left to go. Connor averaging 7 points per game, shooting the three ball at a 33% clip. Givens on the steal, rises up and it's swatted. What a block from Francis. Ball goes out of bounds. Taking another look at that via our Circle M Crawfish instant replay. How about that? Givens time is still perfectly right place, right time. Francis saying no dice. Under the basket is Givens, getting it right back as he gets those 2 points back and increases the Hawkins lead to 3. Trap along the far side. Ball sails, stolen by Pruitt. Mogul almost came down with it, but it's going to be Fountain on the break. Fountain takes a step, gets it to Coleman. One dribble, Euro step, sails in the air, lays it in for 2. And a little bit of jaw-jacking and talking that we expect from these two rivals. Only 6.9 miles separates these two schools. Connor takes a spill. Skip pass, up to Givens, firing for 3. No good, but he will draw a foul. Don't know if that was on the jump shot or it was called on the floor. Yes, it'll be a loose ball foul called against Big Sandy. That'll be their first of the quarter. Into Givens in the corner. Givens, baseball pass. Into Connor again. He steps back, fires for 3. Got it again! Boston Connor, 2 threes, 2 buckets. 8-4, 5.5 left to go. Skip pass into the corner, looking to respond to the Wildcats, and they do! An absolute bomb in the corner from Adrian Petty Johnson, and it's 8-7 in favor of the hometown Hawks. 5:20 left to go. Holman to the center of the floor, gets it to Connor. Connor immediately picked up by Caden Smith, gets it behind him to Pruitt. Senior to senior, 5:15 left to go. Gets it to Givens along the left side sideline. Givens drives, over 3 defenders, draws the foul, and that'll send the Hawks to the line for the first time today. And already a little bit of extra talking. This is exactly what you would expect from these two teams. No technicals given. We saw double text in the last contest from last night between Tyler Heat and North Hopkins, and it looks like Coach Walker and company want to talk things over, and understandably so. As they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds from the Antler Sports Network family platforms, this is high school basketball. If you want a game that was going to set up to be chippy, well, ladies and gentlemen, you got it. Coach Walker and the Big Sandy Wildcats wanted to talk things over. Only down to 1 to the 6th-ranked Hawks. With 5:09 left to go, Givens on the line after drawing a foul the previous possession before the break. His first shot is good. Of course, this and all free throws brought to you by HTO, located in Tyler, across the street from Tyler Junior College, your hometown drink stop. Givens shooting 55% from the line, and will have to settle for 50% from the stripe on this trip. Ball tipped out of bounds. Possession will stay with Hawkins, and they'll take the ball back under their own basket. 5:08 left to go. That free throw made it 9-7. Although Hawkins has won the last 4 meetings between these two ball clubs, Big Sandy leads the head-to-head since 2007, 18 wins to 16. 5 minutes left. Into Connor, trying to get it down low to Holman. They get it to him. He spins, gets bumped, travel call, turnover, much to the happiness of Caden Smith as he helped force that turnover. And Connor speaking with the official. 4:55 left to go in the first. Francis and Fountain talking things over before they cross the timeline. Big Sandy going from left to right on your respective devices. Crosses, goes in and out, being given his left hand by Mogul in defense. They kick to the corner. It's Francis. Francis out to Fountain. He fires for three. Rattles in and out, no good. Great box out there under the basket by Pruitt. And he will draw the loose ball foul. That one is going to be called against Kamari Fountain. That'll be his first, team's third foul. Now only 2 more fouls to give with 4:34 left in this first quarter. Full court defense being implemented by this Big Sandy defense. 4.5 minutes. Givens drives, gets it swatted out of bounds, and that's another block for Big Sandy. That's 2 blocks forced by this Big Sandy defense. They've got a great job of trying to neutralize this Hawkins size under the bucket. Givens into Mogul. They kick out to Holman. The big man will let one fly. He's got it from downtown. Holman nails the 3, and an over and back foul called on the inbound. Big Sandy with a turnover. Hawkins will get it back again. 4:17 left to go after the Holman 3. Coach Davis from his sideline, trying to keep his players cool, calm, and composed in this marquee matchup. Givens the inbounder. Skips to Pruitt on the outside. He drives, skips, Mogul, sidesteps, long 2. Nobody home, out of bounds. Ball will go to this Wildcats, so they'll end up getting a possession back either way. One thing to note, as of right now for this half, the cheerleaders for Big Sandy right on the same side as the Hawkins offense. That is definitely something to keep a look for. In the corner is Coleman. Coleman double team. Picks it up. Skips to Fountain. In the corner with it again is Smith. He'll fire for 3. That's good. Smith letting it fly. He's 2 for 3 from the field. 1 for 1 from 3. It's 12-10. Skip pass to Givens. Givens. He'll let a 3 fly high. Arcing no good. Back iron it off. Holman fighting for it along with Coleman, but Big Sandy will come up with it. Francis gets it tipped. Connor high points the basketball. Ball is tied up, travel. Turnover by the Hawks. And Big Sandy will get it back. 3:31 left to go. The 6th-ranked Hawks only enjoying a 2-point cushion. Pending substitution for the Hawks now. Skip to the right side to Coleman. Coleman, a Fountain. Fountain over to Smith. Smith hit a 3 ball earlier. Skip again to Coleman. He'll fire for 3. No good, back iron. Ball is tipped by Givens. And Big Sandy will get it back. Firing for 3 is Fountain. No shot. Looks like we might have a loose ball foul. And yes, we do. It's going to be an offensive foul called against Caden Smith. And that'll be his first, team 4th. Substitution now for Hawkins checking in is going to be Paul Smith. So they'll be checking in for relief for Dawson Pruitt. Mogul over to Connor. 3 minutes left to go. Connor crossing the timeline. Gets blitzed. Tipped it is Johnson. Johnson rises up and throws it down. Tie game. 12 all here in Hawkins. Ball is tipped. Out of bounds. Hawkins ball. Let's take another look at that dunk via our Circle M Crawfish instant replay. Right place, right time for Johnson to come up with a steal and finish with authority on the other end. As Big Sandy, as we look at the replay, adds another 3. It's 15-12. Big Sandy up 3 here on the road. Hierarchy passes into Holman. It's tipped. Givens has it. Gets knocked down, and that's going to be a foul on Francis. And that's foul number 5. Hawkins will head to the line. Francis, his first foul of the game. Substitution here for Big Sandy. Caden Smith, check it out. Zachary Duhart, the 6-foot sophomore guard, getting his first action of the game. And by my count, that is the 5th foul. The scoreboard showing that is the 5th foul. So Hawkins indeed will head to the line. Heading back to the charity stripe is going to be Braden Givens, the 6'4 sophomore combo guard. Right now, playing a bit of a pseudo 3. Split his first trip to the line. His first shot is good. As a substitution is made, Zachary Duhart will check in. No substitution for the Hawks. That'll bring things back to a 2-point game. Big Sandy looking to end the 24-game win streak for these Hawks as the free throw is good. 2 for 2 for the line for Givens. Here's Fountain. Fountain with 2:20 left to go. Takes the screen. Skip past to Francis. Francis fires a long three, no good. Francis was our Yosemite Roofing go to the game during football. Ball goes out of bounds. I'm going to say last touch was by Paul Smith, and the Hawkins Hawks possession will go to Big Sandy with 2:12 left to go. Francis to inbound. Looking, gets it to Fountain up the top of the key. Bit of a sham guy. Head fake. Ball is tipped, or did he just simply let it go? Yes, they say the ball was tipped. Coleman surveying the floor, picks up his dribble, gets it into Fountain. Fountain looking, minute 55. Mogul on the reach, offensive foul, illegal screen called against Johnson. But since it is an offensive foul, it will just be a personal. Hawkins will not head to the line. As we have a substitution, Mogul will check out. Eli Smith, for the first time, will be checking in, the 6-foot freshman. Here on senior night for the Hawkins Hawks, they do have 5 seniors rostered, as now we have a substitution for Big Sandy as well. Brendan Ferentz will be getting his first run of the contest. 1:50 left in the first. Into Smith. Smith steps back, picks up his dribble. Cross-court passes over to Smith. Eli Smith, that is. Holman double teamed on the free throw line to Givens. He drives, head down, short, no good. Smith on the offensive rebound, no good. Givens, third chance, no good. Fourth chance possibility, no. As the rebound is brought down by Ferentz. Ripping and running are Duhart and the Wildcats, as they will slow things down before crossing the timeline. Hard kick pass to Fountain is no good. Let's take a look at that last dunk once again off of the seal from Adrian Petty Johnson. Our first dunk of the night. With how athletic these two teams are, fair to say we might see a couple more. Minute 20 left to go. Over to Givens on the left side. Kick to the corner. Smith, he'll fire for 3. No good, nobody home. Rebound by Holman. Holman rises, trying to throw it down, but will get 2 anyway. And that'll give Hawkins the lead back. Our second lead change of the game. Firing for 3 and no good as Coleman. Givens on the defensive glass. Skip pass into Paul Smith. Great take. Layup no good. Cleans up his own mess coming down on the offensive board. Fall away jumper. Good. Now it's a 3-point game. 45 seconds left. Pending substitution. Looks like it's going to be Caden Smith who could be checking back in. Runner is no good by Smith. A little bit of contact there on the floater, but no call. On the drive is Paul Smith. Layup coast to coast. In for 2. 26 seconds left. Coach Shackelford barking orders. Long 3. It's good for Francis. Malaysia Francis averaging 16 points per game. It's got a big 3. 13 seconds left. Givens, scoop layup, no good. 10 seconds left. On the break is Coleman. Doesn't have numbers. 7 seconds. Euro is in off the glass. We're tied again. 1 second. Won't get a shot off, and that'll end the first. It has been a fantastic first quarter of basketball here in Hawkins. It's 20-all back in 30 seconds. From the ASN family of platforms, this is high school basketball. Coming out of the break, second quarter set to begin here at Hawks Gymnasium. The Antler Sports Network is proud to be delivering the Sooner Athletic Conference Men's and Women's Conference Championships live from the Sid Richardson Center on the campus of Texas Wesleyan University. Brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. 2 days full of action. March 4th and 5th, all games on ASN2. It's 20-all. Only 2 lead changes, but if you watch that second quarter, you wouldn't be able to tell. And what has been a great 8 minutes of basketball, we're set for 8 more. Caden Smith here to inbound to begin the second quarter. Big Sandy again going from left to right on your respective device. The arrow will flip in favor of the Hawks, and we are set to go. Under the basket is Coleman. Coleman drives on Holman, no good. Holman the defensive glass and beginning the break. Here's Connor. Connor fires for 3. Gets good. Boston Connor does it again. He's 3 for 4 from downtown. Ball is tipped. Francis hit a three of his own in the first quarter. Hop step, layup, tough bucket, can't get it to fall. Givens on the rebound, stolen by Francis. Hop step, fall away, no good. Rebound is brought up and in by Adrian Petty-Johnson for 2 more. 45 seconds elapsed here. Hawkins enjoying a 1-point lead. Givens, lay-in is good. Fantastic English by the sophomore for 2 more. 7:02 left. Johnson in the corner. Gets it to Coleman. Coleman faking the pass. Instead gets it to Fountain. Excuse me, that's Malaysia Francis, that is. 6:50 left to go. Coleman closely guarded by Pruitt. Driving. Skipping to Johnson and swatted away. Rejected. Behind the back pass. And swatted by Givens. Foul is called. Taking another look at that block as the Big Sandy fans, fair to say, they are here. It was a great drive to get in open space by Fountain. Holman saying, no sir, not today, amigo. As Adrian Petty-Johnson will head to the charity stripe after the foul by Braden Givens. First shot is good. Johnson averaging 11 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2.5 steals, and a block a game, shooting 34% from the line tonight. Well, this season, second shot is good. 1-point game, 6:40 left in the first half. Connor swings it over to Givens. Givens into Holman in the center of the floor. The Hawkins offense breaking that press. Skips to the corner. Mogul jabs to the right. Skip passes over to Holman. Holman, he'll let one fly for 3. That's good. Derek Holman letting one go from downtown. 28-24 into the corner. Smith to respond. No good. Side iron it off. Johnson gets it tipped. Stolen by Connor. Connor in the middle of the floor here. Manning the break. Euro step. Kicks to Pruitt. Pruitt not a clean catch. Gets it picked clean by Francis. Francis on the right side. Hesitation step. Goes in. Layup. No shot. It will instead be a block foul. That one is going to be called against Dawson Pruitt. First on the team. Second on the team. As Paul Smith will check in for him. Big Sandy looking to play spoiler. Out to Smith. Trey Coleman with it. The lanky 6'4 junior. Currently getting looks from colleges such as Mountain View Community, Trinity Valley, Jarvis Christian right up the street, as well as UTSA, as it looks like it's going to be a travel. Yes, it is. Johnson thought he was fouled, but instead it will be assessed a turnover. 28-24, 5:43 left to go in this second quarter of play. Here's Connor. Connor, little shake and baked across the timeline. Now we'll get into the half-court set. Double teamed, but eventually gets out of harm's way. Over to Paul Smith on the right side, right in front of the Big Sandy Wildcat bench. Now they reset to Givens, who gets the play call, getting screamed by head coach Ty Davis, who's right in front of the timeline. Driving is Givens, coast to coast, layup is good. 6-point game after the Givens layup. 5:13 left to go in the second. Into Coleman. Coleman hesitates. Picks up his dribble now, kicking to the corner. Over to on the dribbling, driving Fountain. Fountain to Smith. Smith has already hit a 3-point bomb tonight. Johnson, floater is good. Great job by Petty-Johnson getting in the open space and converting to keep the Hawks at bay. 4:45 left to go. Double team. Into Paul Smith along the left sideline right in front of us here. One-handed skip pass is over to Givens, and it's going to be fouled by Francis. That's his second, team first. The second quarter brought to you by Spartan Exteriors. With offices in East Texas, Austin, and Round Rock. Spartan Exteriors at SpartanExteriors.com. Givens will check out. Eli Smith will check in. The freshman at 6 feet tall. And another substitution, this time by Big Sandy, as Jarrett Crawley will be checking in for the first time in exchange for Malaysia Francis, who has us subbed out all evening long. Mogul inbound to the left of us here along the close sideline. 4:41 left to go. Hurricane pass into the awaiting hands of Paul Smith, who's averaging 9 points, 5 boards, and 3 assists. 2 steals and a block to go along with that. The layup is no good. Rebound brought down by Coleman on the break. It's 2-on-2. Lay-in is no good. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Big Sandy. Possession will go to the Hawks. Be sure to keep it here At the half, for the East Texas Benefits halftime report, I had an opportunity to speak with all 5 Hawkins seniors here on senior night. Gave a couple short words of their favorite moments as a Hawk in their final game here in this fantastic gym. Smith on the drive, kick to Mogul. Mogul hip fakes, great pull-up jumper, no good. A little bit too much mustard on that one. Smith on the offensive board, no good as well. Rebound gets brought down by Fountain. Fountain on the run in the center of the floor. Coleman calling for it. Into Crawley. Crawley drives, kicks to Smith. Great ball movement here on the high-low set. Ball is stolen away. Up to Connor. Connor by himself. Hesitates and will smartly try to bring things back out. Gets double teamed along short corner. Into Smith. Smith will fire. Got it. Paul Smith from downtown. 33-26. Hawkins slowly but surely building a bit of a cushion here at home. Here's Coleman trying to get this Big Sandy offense back up and going. Here's Johnson. Head fakes. Goes up. No good. Fighting for the offensive board, out of bounds. Possession will go to Big Sandy. Substitution here as Colton Griffiths will be checking in, the junior. Mogul will check out. Substitution for Big Sandy as well. Zachary Duhart will be checking back in exchange for Caden Smith. Inbounds pass is into Holman, who hands it to the Smith freshman. That's Paul Smith. Floater is good. Great floater to keep it out of the hands of the defense. That's Paul Smith. Valuable minutes off the bench for the junior. Crawley. Over now on the reset to Francis. Francis bounce pass to Coleman. Coleman jabs. Dribble drive for Crawley. Crawley to Johnson. Great fake pass. Pull-up jumper. Short front iron. Rebound brought down by Duhart. Duhart draws the foul. And that one's going to be called against Colton Griffiths. His first, team second. 2:50 left to go in the second quarter of play. Francis to inbound. He gets it into the clock will roll. 2:45 left. Into Johnson. Johnson to Crawley. Crawley to Coleman. Coleman sidesteps. Keeps his dribble. Closely defended by the blank stare of Connor. Coleman fires for three. No good. Rebound brought down by Griffiths. Crawley. Little Jose Alvarado stalking his prey. Back tip by Francis, but it will stay possession with Hawkins. And they'll take it under their own basket with just under 2.5 left to go. Hawkins 7-4 here at Hawk Gymnasium. As mentioned earlier, on a 24-game win streak. Here's Eli Smith, who gets it to Griffiths. He'll let one fly. No good. Rebound is brought down by the Big Sandy Wildcats and Jarrett Crawley. With a win today, they will lock up third place. And they'll have to anticipate the third place winner of 2A Region 3 District 22. That district led by the Indians of Douglas, as Coleman's three is no good. Offensive rebound and follow-away jumper from Francis gets the shooter's roll. And the dry spell finally concluding as Big Sandy gets a bucket on the board. Into Griffiths. Griffiths had Holman on the break. Thought we could have seen a little bit of an alley-oop, but not able to corral the pass out of bounds. Possession will go back to Big Sandy with a chance to at least make it a much more manageable 5-point lead. Coleman, over to Crawley. Now to Francis. Great head fake. Into Johnson. Floater is good. Johnson again, 2 floaters on his last 2 field goals, all from just simply being at the right place at the right time. Minute 26 left to go. Connor has it. Bounce lead pass to Griffiths. Griffiths winds up. Lob pass is into Holman. Got double team. Out of bounds. Turnover. Possession will go to Big Sandy. Givens will be checking back in for the previously aforementioned Griffiths. No substitution for Coach Eddie Walker and his Big Sandy Wildcats. And it is going to be a timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 60-second timeout. And we'll take it with them. Back in 1 minute. 35-30 here in the home of pancakes. Hawkins and Big Sandy after this.
Pell Shaky and Tyler, we're tough, never quits.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step, so you walk north.
Coach Walker and company cutting that last time out short. Coming out of the bricks quick. Minute 10 left to go in the second. It's Hawkins 35, Big Sandy 30 here in the Hawk Gymnasium. Skip passes over into Malaysia Francis. Francis to Coleman. He'll fire. That's good. Well, that's one way to come out of the timeout. Less than a minute to go, and we're back to a 2-point game. Here's Paul Smith. Double team. Looking. High passes into Givens. Toe taps along the timeline. Scoops to get an open floor. Layup is good. Givens, and what's almost seemed like a turnover, into the corner. Crawley for three. No good. Gets his offensive rebound. Gets scooped. Paul Smith tried to save it. Great hustle by the young man. But Big Sandy will take it back. 29.2 seconds left as Dawson Pruitt will check back in for the last half minute. Also checking in for Big Sandy is going to be Caden Smith. Garrett Crawley, valuable minutes. As it's in over to Duhart. 27 seconds left. Duhart, he'll let one go. Backboard, no good. Rebound is brought in by Pruitt. Pruitt up to Givens on the break. One-on-one. Givens, layup is, oh boy. Offensive foul is called on Braden Givens as there was contact. Well, that's a bit of a 50-50 call if you ask me. 12 seconds left, now 10 seconds. Lob pass is in short corner to Smith. Smith over to Duhart. Duhart now to Johnson. 2 seconds, 1 second. Duhart at the horn. No good. And that will conclude the first half. We played 2 quarters of basketball in what has been a game that's all it's cracked up to be. 37-33. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll hear from the seniors of the Hawks. They're already up early, 37-33. From the Antler Sports Network family of platforms, this is Pelche Kia High School Basketball.
Everything. At Pell Shaky and Tyler, we're tough, never quits.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step, so you walk normally and stay in control, preventing rollaways. Now available at Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply.
Back here in Hawkins Hawk Gymnasium at the half, in what has been an absolute slugfest. Hawkins here at home with a slight advantage, score of 37-33. And since it is senior night, let's go ahead and have a chat. Well, the chat that I had earlier on today before tip-off with every single Hawkins senior, starting with a 6'3" forward, Philip Holland.
All right, Philip, senior night. You're walking into this gym, playing a game for the final time with an opportunity to cement a legacy that will last at this school forever as one of the best teams in Hawkins history. How does it feel to know that you're a part of something absolutely special?
Feels good. Yeah, that's all I got for that one. Feels good.
So do you have any favorite games from this season, any performances that you're always going to look back on, maybe even tell the grandkids about?
Probably when I went against LK and I finally hit my first 3 of the season.
So what are you looking forward to tonight?
Hopefully to blow them out.
Hopefully Philip's wish comes true. I'm sure him, his teammates, and the rest of the Hawkins faithful will be extremely happy if that wish were to come to fruition. Our next senior that we spoke with, the 6 8-0. Forward, number 30, Mr. Rylan Slick.
All right, Rylan, you've been on this team 4 years, been in this program 4 years, in this gym for 4 years, around this community, and it all can culminate tonight here on senior night. What are your emotions? What are you feeling in your heart? What's going through your mind?
Well, my heart's racing, and I just want to go out with a bang and hopefully come out with a win.
Now, let's go talk about some memories. What are some moments or from Coach Davis or as a team on the back of the bus or eating at a restaurant after a game that you'll always hold in your heart?
Especially after the second round win over Shelbyville on the way home. That was the best moment right there.
Always love talking to seniors on senior night. Such an emotional night, such a fantastic night for everyone involved. Our next senior is 5'11" guard, Mr. Dawson Pruitt.
Is there a time where you looked at Coach Davis and thought, man, this guy is crazy, or I love this coach, or any particular moment that you like to look back at?
When we lost to Harmony by like 20, he went in the locker room and broke a clipboard. So, yeah, kind of crazy. Very competitive.
Were you scared in the locker room? Were you petrified, shaking anything, or you just thought, okay, this man is absolutely insane?
Well, I was trying not to laugh. It was kind of funny. Not losing, but... yeah, I was kind of scared too.
Senior coach breaking clipboard, that's got to be a unique experience.
Yeah.
I played a lot of basketball in my own time, but I don't think I've ever seen a coach completely snap a clipboard. But it's fair to say these Hawks love Coach Davis, and I always enjoy my conversations with him as well. Looking forward to speaking with the winning coach at the postgame as we will conclude this broadcast after all 4 quarters are played with the Pell Shake Kia postgame drive. And speaking of drive, one of the kids that drives this team is Boston Connor, our final senior.
You've dealt with Coach Davis for a while. You've been in this program for a while, so it's fair to say you've had some pretty cool highs and lows with this team. What are some of your favorite moments?
Definitely winning district back-to-back and regional quarterfinals.
Now, going into this game, how was the feeling in the locker room knowing that as the days went on, you were closer and closer to playing your final game here in this gym?
It's definitely weird, and it's becoming sad as the days go on.
Well, Mr. Connor, I can assure you with the game that he's had so far, he shouldn't be too sad for too much longer. Both teams are on the floor. We'll take a break. Back in 1 minute. Second half action is after this here on the Antler Sports Network.
Give it everything. At Pell Shake Kia and Tyler, we're tough, never quits.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional, friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step so you walk normally and stay in control, preventing rollaways. Now available at Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply.
1-0-3-1-2.
Third quarter is set to begin here in Hawkins Hawk Gymnasium. A little bit of a raffle being given away. Both teams back on the floor, and we are set to go for quarter number 3. What has already been, even though it was late in the season, early contender for Game of the Year, as we see Kamari Fountain and Boston Connor right in front of us here sharing a bit of a joke. Or at least, I hope it's a joke. Connor trying to get open, eventually does along the right side. Side steps, fires for 3. No good. Rebound gets brought down by Big Sandy and Kamari Fountain as Big Sandy now. Opportunity to get something going in the first possession of half number 2. Arrow pointing in favor of the visiting Wildcats. Both starting units are on the floor as looks like it's going to be last touch off of Givens, and it is. Connor's out there with Pruitt, Givens, Holman, and Mogul all on the floor for the Hawkins. Talk to Coach Ty Davis. On the floor for Coach Walker's Big Sandy Wildcats is Francis, Coleman, Caden Smith, Kamari Fountain, and Adrian Petty Johnson. 7:37 left to go. Behind the back pass over to Smith. A little bit of razzle-dazzle. How about that? 4-point game. Very close game, in a game that's only seen, believe it or not, 2 lead changes. Mogul trying to hawk it. It's snatched away by Fountain. Fountain sidesteps. Lob pass. Givens tried to one-hand snag it. Connor is there. Gets to the middle of the floor to try to navigate the break. Instead, smartly elects to slow things down. Into Mogul. Mogul through traffic. No good. Rebound brought down by Trey Coleman. Mogul seals it away. Layup after the head fake is good. Larry Mogul getting those 2 points back. The 6'2" junior forward recollecting the points. 7 minutes left. 39-33. Fountain directing traffic against this Hawkins 2-3 zone. They like to trap out of this zone every once in a while as well, if things really get murky. 6:45 and counting. Johnson flashes up to the top of the key, right at about the free throw line. Smith sidesteps, steps in, fires along 2, back iron no good. Rebound brought down by Givens. Givens on the 3-on-3 break with Mogul and Holman. Givens right down Main Street into the mayor's office, but he didn't have an appointment. However, he did draw a foul and will head to the line for the 3rd time today. Six and a half left to go in this 3rd quarter. This Hawkins team has played absolutely suffocating defense this year, allowing 35 or less points in 63% of their games. For a little bit of reference, that's 9 out of 30. First free throw is good from Givens, as Duhart will be checking in exchange for Johnson. Givens, second free throw. Rattles in and out, no good. Mogul on the offensive rebound. Looked like he tried to get a putback, but didn't get enough on it. However, ball goes out of bounds. Hawkins will get possession back, and this could possibly turn into a 4-point swing off of just a free throw and 1-foot possession. 6:27 left to go. Givens on the inbound. They get it in to Holman. Now up to Smith. Smith kicks to Connor. Connor, 50% from downtown tonight. Connor now steps back. Laser pass into the big man. Drives in. Layup is no good, but he'll head to the line for the first time today. That foul is going to be on Caden Smith, his team's second of the quarter. As Derek Holman head of the line for the first time today. He's shooting 72% from the line to tack home with 15 points, 10 boards, and an assist and a half. First shot is good. Holman also averaging 4 blocks a game, leading the district. Second shot is good. Now up almost a double-digit lead for Hawkins. At one point, Big Sandy was up an entire possession. 2 points that is. And Coleman up and under layup is in. Good athleticism there by the 6'4 junior. Talked with Coach Walker. He said he is a very talented athlete, and you can tell there, great hang time to finish. Connor, layup. His shot's no good. Francis takes a defensive rebound and is on the break. It's 2-on-2. Floater, no good. Rebound is almost brought in by Smith, but instead Givens donning the same number 11. Takes it instead. Drives right through the chest of the defense, and layup is good. 44-35. Hawkins trying to pull away here. Big Sandy not allowing too much separation. Kick to Francis now. Hawkins still in that 2-3 zone. Coleman jabs to Smith. Smith drives. Long pull-up. It's good. Right on the face of Holman, the big man. 5:07 left to go. And Big Sandy staying in it. Givens will let one go from downtown. No good. And do we have a loose ball foul on Holman? Yes, we do. That's going to be on Derek Holman and be his first personal, first on the team. Paul Smith checking back in exchange for Dawson Pruitt. 5:01 left to go. With it is Francis. Crossing the timeline, going from right to left on your respective device. Francis drives. Hang time. Instead, we'll get it out to Duhart. Duhart kills his dribble. Bounce pass into Smith. Another mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound brought down by Paul Smith. Ball at tip, and no, but it's going to be a foul call against Coleman. Coleman's first, Big Sandy's third of the quarter, and some early foul trouble again. In the first quarter, Big Sandy had this exact amount of points at the exact 4:43 mark. Talk about deja vu. 44-37. Kicks to Smith. Smith head fakes. Steps back. Looking. Picks up his dribble in the corner. He's dead. Surveying the floor. Into Holman against double team. Side steps. jump shot is no good. Givens trying to collect it, but instead it's snatched away by Fountain. Now the Wildcats on the 3-2 break. Into Duhart. Lob is good for 2. 44-39. Connor and company trying to keep these Wildcats away for as long as possible. Mogul, sidestep on the hesitation. Connor into Givens. Givens, head fakes, layup. It's good on the left side of the basket. Connor, great job selling the pump fake. Givens, great job staying short corner and kiss off the glass. Way outside for 3 is good by Kamari Fountain. It's a 4-point game. Big Sandy has clawed their way back into this one. That stare down the barrel of a 9-point deficit. Mogul to respond for 3. No good. Rebound Givens. Good. Now back up to a 6-point game. Coleman trying to go to work against Connor. Into Smith. Smith in the middle of the floor to Fountain. Faking the pass to Smith. Laser passes into Francis. Might have jammed his finger there. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Big Sandy. And that one's going to be against Caden Smith. And that is his 3rd by our count. 4th on the team. As Eli Smith will be checking in for a Mogul. Looks like Coach Walker's going to let him play this one out. Again, Caden Smith, 3 fouls with a lot of basketball left to be played. Jump pass is caught. And it looks like, will it be a foul on the Hawks? Yes, it is. That's Eli Smith's first foul, the 2nd on the team. Ladies and gentlemen, we told you this one was going to be chippy. That's exactly what we've seen. We've already seen a little bit of smack talk from both teams. We've also seen a couple laughs being shared. 3:02 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 48-42 our score. Wrap pass is out of bounds. Turnover intended for Coleman. And mistakes like that are how not to get back in the game against this prolific of a Hawkins offense. But Big Sandy has done a pretty good job of defending and matching them pretty much pound for pound. 2:48, travel violation called. Smith with the turnover. And Big Sandy getting it back with 2:48 left to go. Malaysia Francis takes the inbound, swings it to Fountain. Fountain steps back, guarded by Givens, who can cover a lot of ground on defense. Francis, jump pass to Duhart. Now hands it off to Smith. Smith, top of the key, now middle of the floor to Coleman. Coleman on one leg, picks up his dribble. Francis trying to split the double team. Smith, open 3, no good. Rebound is almost brought down by Coleman. Last touch by the Wildcats. Possession will go to Possession will go away from Big Sandy, rather. And to Hawkins. Connor, football pass. Into Holman. Holman, Euro, layup is good for 2. Hawkins in the half-century mark. Fountain, double team on the sideline. Looking, has Coleman. Coleman drives, trying to split a double team of his own. Givens gets on the floor, great hustle there by the sophomore. Big Sandy will keep possession. And it looks like Coach Walker and company want to talk things over again. And as he does, we'll give our sponsors a chance at a message. Back in 30 seconds. From the ASN family of platforms, this is High School Hoops.
Everything at Pelche Key and Tyler. We're tough, never quit.
Back after the break, 2:01 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And what has been a back and forth affair, although Hawkins has held the lead in majority of this game. Only 3 lead changes, most of those coming in the latter half of the 2nd and early portions of the 2nd quarter, respectively. Clock still rolling, minute 50. Skip passes to Fountain, he'll let one fly. Got it for 3. Minute 40 left to go. Back to a 5-point game. Only a 2-possession contest. Smith rallies, layup. It's good coast to coast. Smith has done a great job getting off the dribble, getting to the cup, and knocking them down when they matter. Smith driving, has open space. Kick, Duhart, corner three. No good. Rebound, Smith under the basket. Is in for two. Holman thought he was going to swat that one to Zimbabwe, but no dice. Smith has been a man possessed around the basket today. Doing a great job maneuvering amongst the trees, taking pull-up jumpers, tough layups, and more. Into Holman. Swinging a big man for three. No good. Back iron it off. Gets his own rebound. Drives. Takes a bump. Offensive foul. The Hawkins fans not happy. Let's take another look via our Circle and Crawfish instant replay. Let's take a look and see. Not too sure. 52 seconds left. Travel violation is called. So Hawkins either way will get a chance back at the basketball. 15 seconds left. Two schools separated by only a 7-minute drive. The main landmark being Jarvis Christian University between them. Holman going to work. Layup and it's in for two. Holman getting that back. Left no doubt. And that will put Hawkins in the bonus the rest of the way. His free throw is no good. 35 seconds left to go. It's 47-54. Dump off. Duhart for two. Rattles it in. 27 seconds left now. Decision time. Will Coach Francis tell his team to run one more set? No, not if anyone has anything to say or do about it. It's Eli Smith. Layup's no good. 15 seconds left. Francis on the drive. Smith and a putback dunk. What a slam from Coleman. 7 seconds left. How about that? 3-point game. Foul is called. Let's take another look. Bring in the Hawks house down. 4 seconds left. 54-41. Francis on the miss layup. Coleman, I'll take that. Simon at home. As now officials are going to talk things over. As Mogul will check in for the final 4 ticks remaining in this third period. Big Sandy basketball. Francis has it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, half court heave. He missed it just off to the right. And that will conclude the third. And what has been a game for the ages. The Hawks hanging on. 1 more quarter to go. Back in 30 seconds from the ASN family of platforms. This is High School Hoops. One more quarter remaining in this District Highway 80 grudge match. And what has been, no doubt, an ASN classic. Be sure to stay with us post-game for the Pelshek Kia post-game drive. We'll try to get a talk with the winning coach as well as elect our Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. 8 more minutes left. Both teams coming out of the respective huddles. Hawkins will start this final period on defense. Clock rolling now. On the drive. Kick to Duhart. Duhart looking. One step smartly. Try to kick things back out. Just a little bit too much on it. Out of bounds intended for Francis. Francis wanted to say it was tipped. Might have, might not have been. I had a pretty good angle, but got to be honest, didn't really get the quickest look. 7:48 left to go in the fourth. And Hawkins will get their first possession of the fourth period. Into Connor. Both starting units. Back onto the floor. Connor steps back. He's guarded by Coleman, who had that electrifying put-back dunk earlier. Into the corner. They get it down low to Holman. Holman, head fakes, bumps, offensive foul. You can hear the Big Sandy fans behind me They have packed out the house. 7.5 left to go. Holman with an offensive foul, his third personal foul. Be sure to keep that in mind. Givens comes up with the steal. Doesn't have numbers. It's a 3-on-1 break. Somehow gets out of a triple team and gets out of harm's way. Gets it to Mogul. Mogul skip to Pruitt. Pruitt to Connor. Now low to Holman. Holman layup is good on the up and under. 7:07 left to go in the fourth. 5-point game. Givens falling on the floor for a great hustle, but can't come up with it. Francis and Givens battling for it again. Do we have a foul? Yes, we do. That's a loose ball foul that's most likely going to be called on Givens. And that'll be his second, team second. Adrian Petty-Johnson will be checking back in. Zachary Duhart, a much-deserved break. Fantastic minutes by the 6-foot sophomore guard off the bench. 6:55 left to go. They get it over to the top of the key to Fountain. Fountain surveying the floor, has Givens in defense to his right. Bounce pass to Coleman. Coleman double team now. Into Smith. Smith lets one go for three. Back iron, can't get it. Coleman skying up for it, keeping the possession alive. Looking, thought he was going to go downhill against Mogul, but instead we'll skip to Fountain. Francis will fire from downtown. Can't get it. Mogul on the defensive glass. 6.5 left to go. Mogul, head of steam, spins, picks up his dribble. Over now to the right side, to the left side, to Pruitt. Hurt from Pruitt earlier during the halftime show. One of the seniors on this Hawkins Hawks team. Pruitt getting downhill to Givens. Layup is good for two. Thought he was going to try to throw it down, but a layup works just as fine. 58-51. Francis has it. On the drive, has Givens on him. It's stolen by Connor. Connor, double team. Into Pruitt. Jump pass to Mogul. Mogul, runner. Can't get it to fall. Rebound brought down by Malaysia Francis. And now a unique opportunity here with both of the bigs for Hawkins on the other side of the timeline. As a pull-up jumper is good. 5-point game. Connor with it. Guarded immediately by Johnson on 94 feet. Looking to get him into the double team with Smith, and they do. But Connor kicks it back out. Holman had a head of steam. Kick out to Mogul, who snatches it away. Bounce pass. Givens up and under. No good, but he'll head to the line. Foul is going to be charged to Trey Coleman. That's the junior second, first on the team with 5:25 left to go in this 5-point contest. Givens heading to the line for the 6th time this evening. Givens 55% free throw shooter this year. Hawkins and Coach Ty Davis with all 5 timeouts remaining. Free throws good. Jarrett Crawley will be subbing in for Caden Smith, the lone substitution for either team. Hawkins. Second shot is no good. Rebound tip by Holman up to Petty-Johnson. They move it up to Francis. A little bit of a sham god. Driving, spins, looking, skip pass to Petty-Johnson. Head fakes on Holman, and he has it for 2. Connor trapped. High pass is into Mogul. Mogul will step back. Holman lets one go from the corner. No good, won't go. Rebound Givens. Gets it tipped. Crawley has it, travel call. Freshman Eli Smith checking in exchange for Pruitt. These Hawkins Hawks averaging 66 points per game, allowing 35, and are a perfect 12-0 against blue teams this season. How's that for your crazy stat of the day? Smith with a turnover. Could be a lob. Up to Coleman. Coleman layup is in. 2-point game. Here's Smith. Smith gets it to Holman. Ball is bobbled to Mogul now. Mogul, layup is in. 4-point game once more. 4.5 minutes left to go. Turnover. Kamari Fountain. To me, it looked like he might have crossed the plane in time, but a turnover, and Smith and company will inbound for the Hawkins Hawks. In over to Givens. As we're slowly getting towards crunch time. Givens had a steam. No good on the float layup. 4:17 and counting. Layup, all passes into Petty Johnson. Cleans up his own mess. And it's swatted by Holman. Smith looking out of bounds. Big Sandy possession. Let's take another look at that swat. How about that? But first, it was a lot pass to Petty Johnson. That was short, got his own offensive rebound, and Holman swatting it away. 4:03 left to go. They get it into Petty Johnson again. On the cut is Crawley. Mogul sniffs it out immediately. Connor absolutely draped and draws the foul. That foul on Petty Johnson to be his second, team second. Both teams at 2 team fouls apiece. Duhart will be checking back in. Mogul into Holman. Holman trying to go to work. Looking under the basket for Pruitt, but it's stolen away by Duhart. Here's Fountain. Fountain with it. To the corner to Petty Johnson for three is Coleman, no good. Petty Johnson was on the bench. Looks like we might have an offensive foul, and yes it is. Loose ball foul, that is. That's his third, team's third. Connor, bounce pass on the leeway to Pruitt. Pruitt to Gibbons, kicks it back out to Connor. Connor at the volleyball line intersections. He gets picked up by Duhart. Trying to go to work, takes the Holman screen, side steps, fires for three, good! The senior from downtown, 64-57 to respond, no good. Holman on the defensive glass. Big three from Boston Connor. Trying to work against Francis, and Coach Ty Davis will take his first timeout of the contest. 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with him. Game of the Year contender, let's find out after this on the Antler Sports Network. Coming up out of the break, Coach Ty Davis' 30-second timeout leaves them 4 remaining in this one. Coach Eddie Walker and his Big Sandy Wildcats have 2 remaining. Mogul to inbound. Left spot being cleaned up right in front of the Big Sandy bench with 2:59 left to go here on senior night. And what a way to cap off the home season for the Hawks. Big Sandy looking to avenge their loss from January 1st. Out of bounds. They're going to say last touch was by Hawkins, was by Big Sandy, Possession will stay here. Big Sandy lost the first meeting on the 19th of January, 55-36. Holman trying to go to work on Coleman. Bumps, layup, is in. That's what we call a good old-fashioned grown man bucket there, ladies and germs. 2:45 left to go. Lob pass is into Crawley in the corner. He spins, gets double team, looking. Timeout called by Coach Walker, and we'll keep it here. Depending on what timeout it is. And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout, and we'll take it with them. Back in 1 minute from the ASN family of platforms. This is high school basketball.
Give it everything at Pelche Key and Tyler. We're tough, never.
Timeout got cut short. Coming out of the break, Big Sandy had possession, stolen away. Gibbons on the layup is out of bounds. Coleman smacking the paint off the backboard. Good grief. And 2.5 minutes, we'll try to speak with the winning coach. and maybe even the Yosemite Roofing Goat of the game, which we will elect in the post game as well. Looks like we have a foul that is called. That's going to be against Big Sandy's Trey Coleman, and that is his third. No, check that. That's his fifth. I counted that as 3 or maybe 4, but his evening is over. Probably the most valuable asset for this Big Sandy team has fouled out with 2:26 left to go. Corner, Mogul for 3. No good. Rebound, Givens. And 1. Counting on the foul. That might be the dagger. With 2:19 left to go, it's 68-57. And Braden Givens with the lay-in. Now the senior, Toby Gwynn, will check into the game. His free throw is no good. Rebound brought down by Petty Johnson. Fair to say that his evening just might have got a lot more difficult, as he'll probably have to guard Holman the rest of the way. Off the steal is Connor, and it looks like we have an injured Wildcat down on the opposite side of the floor. One of the assistant coaches trying to help him up. Blocked by Petty Johnson. Givens, and the layup is good. It's 70-57. Fountain was down on the other side of the floor, and assistant coach had to help him up. So Hawkins pretty much had a 4-on-5 possession there. Minute 50 left. Lay-in. Kiss off the glasses, in for 2. Zachary Duhart converting. Minute 40 left to go. It's do or die for Big Sandy. Mogul, high arcing layup is no good, and he'll head to the charity stripe. That foul is going to be called against Petty Johnson and put Hawkins in the bonus the rest of the way. As Johnson picked up his third foul, it's going to be another senior that will be checking in, and Mr. Philip Holland. As he gets a warm welcome from the Hawks faithful on senior night. On the line is Larry Mogul, his first trip to the line today. First shot is no good. He's shooting 57% from the line this season. Mogul's second shot is no good. Rebound brought down by Caden Smith. Minute 24 left. Corner, shot by Crawley. They need it, no good. Rebound is brought down by Big Sandy. Duhart comes up with it in the scuffle. Minute 15 left to go. They need buckets and they need them fast. On the outside is Smith off the dribble handoff. Kicks to the far side to Francis. NBA 3, no good. Rebound brought down by Philip Holland. Connor to Mogul. We're within a minute. In under the basket into Philip Holland. They get it back out. Wing side is Connor. Looks like they're trying to set up Philip Holland here. Instead, on the drive is Gwynn. Gwynn kicks it out of bounds. As now a mass sub. As on the floor with the final 41 seconds. The Hawkins faithful welcoming the all-senior lineup in the corner. Pruitt for 3. Good! 30 seconds left. Quick 3 for Smith. Rattles in and out, no good. Fallon tried to save it, takes a lick on the railing along the baseline. And 73-59 with 29.9 seconds left. Connor, the senior, sends it out of bounds. Pass was anticipated for Rylan Slick. So on the floor, it's Slick, Gwynn, Connor, Pruitt, as well as Philip Holland. As the freshman now, Eli Smith is in exchange for Boston Connor. As Connor gets an ovation for the last time in Hawks Gymnasium, he is our Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. And what a career. 16 seconds and counting left in this contest. To Smith. Smith steps back. He'll fire one off. Side step, step back three, no good. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. And what has been their best start since the 6A era began, the Hawkins Hawks on senior night are 2A Division III District 21 undefeated champions. District champs back-to-back for the first time in the 6A era since the split in 2014. And what a way to do it, and a dominating victory over an upstreet rival. When we come back, we'll once again introduce our Yosemite Roofing Go to the Game and try to get a talk with winning head coach Ty Davis. Our final, Hawkins 73, Big Sandy 59. What a game this has been. Back in 1 minute from the Antler Sports Network family platforms. This is high school basketball.
Give it everything at Pelche Key and Tyler. We're tough, never quits.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step so you walk normally and stay in control, preventing rollaways. Now available at Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply.
Everything at Pelche Key and Tyler. We're tough, never quits.
Here on the postgame, after what has been a fantastic win for these Hawkins Hawks, Coach Ty Davis is with us here in the postgame. Coach Davis, could you script this out any better? Senior night with a chance at an undefeated district title on the line.
Not at all. It's awesome. I mean, it's great to be a part of, and awesome environment. I mean, to be playing our district rivals, they're 5 miles down the road, and to send our seniors out like that, it's amazing. It's a once in a lifetime experience, especially for them. They'll never forget this, and neither will I.
Now, one thing we know about when Hawkins and Big Sandy clash, whether it be football, which we saw during football season earlier last year, or here on the basketball court, is always poised to be a great game. They came out swinging. They came out firing on all cylinders. What was the huddle like when Big Sandy took that first time out? after that initial punch in the first quarter?
Man, I've tried to tell the boys, all year long, that it's a different Big Sandy than we're used to. I mean, Coach Walker's got them playing very well, and I mean he's a good coach, and Big Sandy has the kids and has the athletes, and it when they get a good coach, it does scare you a little bit that they're going to put it all together, and I mean they are immensely better than they were last year, and I attribute that to him. I mean, heck of a job, and that's I've just been telling the kids they're going to go on runs. They're very good shooters. They're very athletic, and you have to stick with it, and you can't let one shot change the momentum of the game. So that was my message to them in the timeout. Just stick with it and keep after them.
Well, that's exactly what you did, Coach. In the first two quarters alone, at least in the entirety of the first and the first couple minutes of the second, there were 3 lead changes. After that, you held them at bay the rest of the game. What was the key to keeping what was a definitely resilient Wildcat team out of the woods for 3 entire quarters? Well, 2.5.
I mean, trying to contain their 2 best players, 2 and 0, Ziggy and Trey. I mean, they're very good. They can score in bunches. Trying to keep those 2 from controlling the game. Obviously we've watched film and we've been to a bunch of their games this year, and multiple times they've got 30, 40, 50 of the team's points. So if you can hold those 2 in check, you got a better chance, and that was my main focus to the guys, especially when they came out swinging like they did. I knew it was going to happen. Is just to keep keying on those 2, and hopefully it would pay off in the end.
Well, Coach, I'd like to give you a little fun fact. I'm a sucker for random factoids. You're now 13-0 against blue teams this season, and what a way to do it in the home of the Hawks. You saw when the senior subbed in and out. We saw the embrace with Boston on the sideline. Just talk about that moment, seeing the guys that you have pretty much seen grow up, not only as athletes but as men, walk onto this floor for the final time.
Yeah, it's definitely emotional hearing the speeches before the game and stuff like that. And, I met Boston, 2 or 3 years ago at an AAU tryout. And so, it's full circle for me and him for sure. And, for the rest of the guys, they bought into me last year, when we went on our run, and even more this year. And, you just can't say enough about a good group of seniors like that. To have that and to have that example set for the younger guys, it's very special.
Well, Coach, a very special win for a very special club. It's fair to say you're hoping to go off on a very special run. Coach, congratulations on what is a fantastic win. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and wrap it up here on the Antler Sports Network.
Gotta keep my fur coat close, cause I'm a boss and I'm way too close. I don't really wanna come ask me why I gotta act like this. Tell them that my pockets too swollen, they already know I'm a flex with a bang like this. Like, I'm at the top and that's literal. I'm making money, it's digital. They watch how I step in this pivotal. They wanna be me in this pitiful. I cannot be no one.
Give it everything. At Pelche, Key, and Tyler, we're tough, never quits.
My name is Nathan LeMaster. I'm from Tyler, Texas, and here I have the Pill Puncher. This device, ladies and gentlemen, will help you get into pill packages very easily, sanitarily, and effectively. All you got to do is take the point, puncture the back, right there. Take the device, put it over the pill, like so, push it down, drops it into the reservoir, and there you go, folks. Why make this harder on yourselves? Save your fingers and get your Pill Puncher today.
Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply offers a complete approach to health and healing, providing prescriptions and medical supplies from one team who understands you and your lifestyle needs. Professional friendly service, providing the best care possible. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply. Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply introduces the U-Step Laser Walker, providing Parkinson patients new freedom. A laser line visually prompts each step, so you walk normally and stay in control, preventing rollaways. Now available at Brick Street Pharmacy and Medical Supply.
perfect insurance plan can seem like a daunting task in this financial climate. Tackle the task with Mike Munn State Farm Insurance. We have a triple threat of home, auto, and life insurance policies to fit any budget. You can even cover your furry friends with pet insurance. Call 903-561-4535 or visit MikeMunn.net to get started on a free quote. 903-561-4535 to get started on a free quote.
Hello, I'm Mike Munn with Mike Munn State Farm, where I've been your local agent since 19.
Wrapping things up here at the home of the Hawks, our final in the Highway 80 rivalry, Hawkins 73, Big Sandy 59. As we get ready to send it home, let's go ahead and check out our Marco's Pizza Slice of Greatness play of the game. There wasn't really any doubt for Big Sandy. Trey Coleman on the fast break, a layup that was off, and a dunk that was on. How about this? Following it up, bringing down the house as Big Sandy, although not able to finish the job on senior night, the Hawks faithful definitely coming home happy. That'll wrap things up for the pancake capital of the world. Our final score, Hawkins 73, Big Sandy 59. Boston Connor, our Yosemite Roofing GOAT of the game. The regular season wraps up next week from White House, Texas, as Tyler Heat takes on Dallas Thunder. This is Jared Jones for the rest of the Fantastic Antler Sports Network crew. Zach Robert Crombie, our camera operator and executive producer. Justin Jackson, another one of our fantastic executive producers, working the ones and twos, live from our Houston ASN satellite studios. Our editor-in-chief and head writer, Nick Jordan, Matthew Hermans, Danny Wimpy, Nathan Kinney, Hunter Taylor, and the rest of our fantastic Antler Sports Network members. Until next week, this is Jared Jones saying so long from Hawkins. Once again, our final score, Hawkins 73, Big Sandy 59. Until next week, good night, everybody.